Alright, so 7.3 Teemo guide. Here we go. A rune page that I use is a 20% attack speed or 30% attack speed. I'm not really set with my item sets, but I'll give you guys 4 builds, 4 rune pages. One with a scaling HP, HP regen quint, and 20% attack speed, 20% CDR. 20% attack speed, 20% CDR. For a late game AP build, that is. And the second one is another late game AP build, 20% CDR, 20% attack speed, but I get flat armors on yellow and scale HP regen. So only this flat armor gets changed from the first one and the second one. It's depending on if I'm facing AD champs, I'm going with the flat armor. If I'm facing AP champs, I'm going with the scaling HP. That's the only difference. And here's another version of it with no CDR. With no CDR, I'm building a DPS items, which will be a 30% attack speed with the 11 AP from the blues and the flat armors. This one is facing versus an AD champs, and the other one is a facing versus an AP champs. I go scaling HP and then HP regen on a yellow. I mean on a, what is it called? Quintences, 2 of them, 20% attack speed, and then scaling Masteries. I also have a flat one for these ones. Yep, flat ones, and then 30% attack speed. Why do I not go a scaling? I mean HP regen with the flat Masteries? If I'm grabbing flat Masteries, that means I'm gonna be snowballing the lane phase. I can win against this guy, I'm for sure, as long as I have a Masteries that's gonna keep me up. Therefore, as long as I'm able to tank him and then land him as much auto attack as possible with extra attack speeds, then I can win the lane. There is some matchups like that, and this one is more like I'm grabbing a scaling Masteries and then HP regen. So basically, I'm just gonna be sustaining the lane. I'm gonna try to survive against this AP dealer. And most of the AD matches are pretty easy for Teemo compared to the AP matches. So therefore, I don't go regens on AD matches. And this is these 3 runes are for DPS build. And here's the difference between DPS build and AP build. AP build, I go in Liandry Voice Staff at the end, and the DPS build, I go Blade Rune King and whatever the hell I want. I haven't really tested all of them, so I don't know what to decide for the last item. I need to test out a QSS. I mean, QSS is optional. Sometimes I really need it against like Mazar, Rammus, Suppression, Tons, like stuff like that. And Black Cleaver is another choice. I have not tried it out, and this is why I didn't grab the CDR on the rune page. Since I'm getting a Black Cleaver, it already provides me the 20% attack speed, and then I get another 20% from both the Spirit Visage and the Zonia's Hourglass. But if I'm not grabbing the Black Cleaver though, I might just stick with the 20% CDR one on my rune page. That I really have not tested out all of them. I need to play more. But this one I've already tested out, Liandry Voice Staff. So the problem with the Liandry Voice Staff is that the damage is great. The damage is great in the late game too, with the AP, with the traps obviously. But sometimes I get to face against the 5 oracles, 4 oracles on the enemy side, and then they just all disable my traps. They don't get hit by the traps, and my build is so much reliant onto traps, not much on auto attack or Q damage. Well, Q damage is a little bit higher than DPS build, but yeah. So that's why I am coming up with DPS, the late game Blade Rune King. If you build a Blade Rune King early game, you will find that it's really not a good item for Teemo. But if you build a Rune King in a late game, it's actually quite useful, I think. So, yeah. After I test out the Blade Rune King setup, I'm gonna upload the guide again, but this is how it's like. Today is February 7th. There will be 7.3 patch tonight, and this is the end of the 7.2 day. And yeah, that's it. And a Mastery, right? Mastery is a Ferocity and the Resolve. You can go a Siege Master or Tough Skin. You can put 1 point here. This one didn't really change. I don't think it's gonna get changed much. You can also get a Flash Blood or a Fist. I think it's really depending on how you like it. But for all battle, it's not going to be changed. It's not been changed forever. Alright, so that's it for the guide.